The Legend of the Eight Immortals.
Chapter 21. The Demon of the Purple Cloud Cave. Grand Master Li Xuan looked upon Li Xuan and smiled. He saw a man with a noble spirit and a face that shone with the clarity of a mountain spring. "Li Xuan," the Grand Master said gently, "you know of your past lives, but perhaps the details are like mist in your mind." Li Xuan bowed low. "Great Grand Master, I am but a humble seeker. I barely understand this life, let alone the ones before. I beg for your guidance." The Grand Master gestured to a young attendant who brought a bowl of crystal clear water. With a flick of his finger, the Grand Master traced a glowing symbol in the air. "Look into the water," he commanded. As Li Xuan held the bowl in his hands and gazed into the water, a vision unfolded. High within the heaven realm, rows of immortals were feasting and drinking. He saw the celestial incense officer and a celestial flower maiden being punished for their playful negligence. He watched as the Jade Emperor handed down his decree, leading to the 10 lifetimes of exile in the mortal world. In that moment, Li Xuan's heart was filled with sudden clarity. He respectfully returned the bowl of pure water and bowed once more to Grand Master Li Xuan in deep gratitude. "You have a strong foundation," the Grand Master spoke, his voice like distant thunder. "Because you were once an official in the celestial bureaucracy, your Tao heart awakened earlier than most. Tai Bai Jingsing guided you here because you remained unstained by the mortal dust of your past lives. But remember, the Great Way is as vast as the ocean. You have only taken the first step. To truly master the Tao, you must walk the path with your own feet. Divine fate is a gift, but hard work is the key." Li Xuan knelt and received the sacred teaching. "The essence of the way is deep and mysterious. Keep your spirit still. Do not exhaust your mortal husk. Do not scatter your essence. Only through stillness can you achieve ascension. A cultivator must wander through the great mountains to wash away the dust of the heart," the Grand Master continued, his voice echoing through the hall. "Go now to Hua Shan. High upon the sun-watching peak, you will find the Purple Cloud Cave. It was once my own sanctuary for self-refining, but now it is swarmed by demons. To reclaim it, you will need these." The Grand Master reached into the air, and 3 shimmering scrolls of the West Ascension Records appeared. He placed them into Li Xuan's trembling hands. The first 2 volumes hummed with the power of the heavens, granting the user the mandate to call upon the wind and rain, or summon the terrifying gods of lightning at a moment's notice. The final scroll was even more mysterious. It contained the secrets of infinite transformation and the sight to see what has not yet come to pass. Then, with a flash of silver light, the Grand Master presented an immortal sword. "This blade is unlike any mortal steel," he remarked. "It can stretch across 10,000 miles to strike a foe, or shrink until it vanishes into your sleeve. Unless they be a true golden immortal of the high heavens, no creature can withstand its edge. With this, you may vanquish demons and protect yourself from harm," the Grand Master said. He then shared the secret mantra for the Immortal Sword and handed over the 3 scrolls of the sacred text. Kneeling upon the ground, Li Xuan committed every word to memory with the utmost care. The Grand Master then instructed an attendant to fetch a set of garments from the rear cavern, a Taoist robe, a celestial crown, and the necessary sashes, shoes, and socks. He bade Li Xuan change into them at once. When Li Xuan emerged, fully arrayed, his presence was transformed, radiating an even greater sense of ethereal grace. The Grand Master smiled. "Now you truly look like a wandering immortal. You may depart. I shall have your senior brother, Master Wenxi, escort you back to your cave. In 3 years' time, once you have mastered these arts, you may return to see me." Li Xuan bowed his head in solemn obedience. Master Wenxi then led him out of the palace, once again cloud driving through the sky to deliver him safely to the Purple Cloud Cave on Huashan. As they prepared to part, Li Xuan bowed deeply to Master Wenxi, seeking final guidance. Wenxi smiled kindly. "The core of the way has already been shown to you by the Grand Master. You are brilliant, junior brother. You have already grasped the essence. As for other immortal arts, they are hidden within the scrolls. Seek, and you shall find." Wenxi then reached into his sleeve. "As for me, I have a few small toys to gift you in celebration of your new home." He produced a small crystalline mirror. "Hang this upon your gate. It will shine with a brilliance that turns the deepest night into day, and it shall keep demons and dark spirits from drawing near." He then whispered a secret mantra, the body-freezing spell. "Should a lesser demon attack, use this, and they shall be rooted to the spot, unable to move a muscle." Li Xuan accepted the gifts with great joy. Wenxi continued, "You are new to these mountains and will need help with your daily life. I shall provide you with 2 servants." Li Xuan was puzzled. In these desolate peaks, where would one find men to serve? Wenxi laughed. "Do you think an ordinary mortal could even climb this high? You feel no different than usual for 2 reasons. First, your Tao heart is awakened and you possess immortal bones. Second, when you first ascended, Old Wang gave you those golden pills. They were crafted by immortals to sustain travelers of the Tao. Do you realize that while you journeyed to Mount Kunlun and back, years have passed in the mortal world? Yet you felt neither hunger nor cold. That is the power of the medicine." Wenxi's expression turned practical. "But that power is fading. You are not yet free from the need for food and fire. I shall find 2 creatures from the nearby woods who possess a spark of spiritual potential and command them to serve you. Anything you need within 1,000 miles, they shall fetch." Master Wenxi led Li Xuan outside and performed a hand seal summoning the earth gods of Huashan. An elderly spirit appeared, bowing low. "Since the Grand Master departed, this mountain has been thrown into chaos by a band of demons. The most vicious are a rabbit demon and a pheasant monster. The rabbit often transforms into a handsome man to lure women, while the pheasant becomes a beautiful maiden to entice men and steal their essence. They have caused much suffering." Wenxi's eyes flashed with anger. "This is the Grand Master's sanctuary. How dare these beasts run wild?" "I shall subdue these 2 to serve my junior brother," Wenxi declared to the spirits. "And with Li Xuan here, the rest of the monsters will soon be cleared away. While he focuses on his cultivation, I charge you all to look after him. When his act of devotion is complete, you too shall be rewarded." Li Xuan watched this with great admiration. Wenxi turned to him and taught, "We who walk the way act on behalf of heaven. Even the gods of the 3 realms have a duty to save the world. If your heart is upright and your actions are just, they will listen to your command the moment your mantra arrives. But," he warned sternly, "if you harbor selfish thoughts or ill intent, they will not come, and even if they are forced by law to appear, they will resent you. A practitioner who abuses this power cannot escape karmic retribution." Li Xuan took the lesson to heart. Wenxi then shared the secret summoning mantra with him. But remember, summoning divine generals is no game. Use it only in dire need. When they arrive, be humble and respectful. They come because of their duty to heaven, not because we are superior to them. Treat them with disrespect, and you will find yourself unable to call them ever again. Now, when she laughed, let us go catch your servants. Using his divine eye, he pointed to the northeast. Do you see that murky dark green mist? That is where the demons hide. They soared on clouds toward a deep mountain hollow. Outside a large cave, dozens of lesser demons were playing. At the sight of the two immortals, the minor spirits shrieked and scrambled inside. Moments later, a man and a woman emerged, shouting threats. The male demon sneered at his companion. "Sister, look, your dinner has delivered itself." When she smiled thinly, "I have come to save you from yourselves." The demons laughed at his arrogance, but the male demon suddenly noticed the shimmering swordlight from Li Xuan's blade and shivered. He signaled the horde, and hundreds of small monsters rushed forward. Wen Shi and Li Xuan drew their blades. With a single sweep of divine light, the lesser demons fell like cut grass. Enraged, the two primary demons attacked. Wen Shi stepped forward alone, driving them back toward the west. Desperate, the demons spat out a foul, dark smoke that turned the air putrid. The stench was so overwhelming that Li Xuan, still possessing a mortal husk, collapsed in a faint. "Vile beasts!" Wen Shi roared. He blew a breath that scattered the smoke instantly. Then he chanted a command. A bolt of lightning tore through the clear sky as the Lord of Thunder and Mother of Lightning appeared in the clouds. "Subdue them," Wen Shi ordered, "but spare their lives. I have a use for them." A deafening roar of thunder shook the mountain. Terrified, the demons prostrated themselves, begging for mercy. They rolled on the ground, transforming back into a white rabbit and a pheasant. They swore a blood oath to serve Li Xuan faithfully or face total destruction. When she revived Li Xuan with a breath of spiritual air, "Wake up, brother, I have found your stewards." He named them Fei Fei and Dian Dian and warned them one last time, "If you betray him, I will strike you from Mount Kunlun with a palm thunder, and you shall be turned to ash." 3 years passed. Li Xuan practiced day and night, served faithfully by the two reformed spirits. However, the sacred scrolls he studied emitted a divine light that glowed like a beacon, drawing the attention of distant monsters. One day, a woman in plain white robes stumbled into the cave, her face drenched in tears. "Master, save me," she cried. Li Xuan was wary. How did a moral woman reach this high peak, he wondered. Yet she looked so refined and wretched that he did not want to judge her too harshly. She claimed to be a widow from a nearby village, fleeing a wealthy man who tried to force her into marriage after her husband's death. "I am a seeker of the way," Li Xuan said firmly. "I live a life of hardship and will soon give up food and fire altogether. I cannot keep a woman here. Go down the mountain at once." The woman wailed, "If you do not save me, I will die. I would rather die at your feet than at the hands of those wicked men." Li Xuan's heart softened. He thought of her chastity and decided to have Fei Fei escort her to a distant village the next morning. "You may stay for one night," he conceded, "but only out of mercy. My servants are spirits, a rabbit and a pheasant. I worry their wild nature might resurface if they see your beauty. I shall have the pheasant maiden guard you." But the woman did not move. Suddenly, her sorrowful face twisted into a seductive grin. She leaned toward him, her eyes burning with a supernatural hunger. "Master," she purred, "are you truly so cold-hearted as to send me away into the dark?" Li Xuan recoiled, shouting for his servants. The woman's face turned monstrous. "Fool! I tried to be kind, but you call for help? I am Madam White Jade. If you won't have me as a wife, I'll take your scrolls instead." With a sweep of her sleeve, she snatched the Taoist records from the table, knocked Li Xuan to the floor, and vanished in a whirlwind of demonic wind. By the time Fei Fei and Dian Dian arrived, there was nothing left but the lingering scent of sulfur. Whether the sacred scrolls will ever be returned to their master, you shall find out in the next chapter.